good, everybody?
Hey, y'all.
I want to welcome you all back to another episode of Tribe Talk Podcast with your boy, Aaron.
And Jada. I thought you was about to say your last name.
Like, what like,
I thought you was about to say your last name.
no. But, y'all, welcome back to another podcast. I just want to just say thank you all for those of you that's been watching our videos. I know I haven't been posting consistently, but y'all, I say this every time, but I mean it this time. I'm coming back with more videos, new videos, and I'm really trying to do this thing because I enjoy making content for you all. And like I said, I just enjoy doing it, and I want you all to
I'm going to keep them on track for y'all.
Yeah, okay. Speaking of this, yeah, you got me. You figured me out. But you all, today, first and foremost, you already know I have to say it. Welcome back to Tribe Talk Podcast. If you have not already liked, share, and subscribe to the Tribe of Adam on YouTube, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And also hit the bell notification so that you can be aware when we post new content so that you can be a part of everything that we have to offer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today, we're coming back with another topic that's interesting for us, and I'm pretty sure you all is interesting for you all for your own personal stories. You all have your own, personal experiences with this topic that we're about to talk about. So, what are we about to talk about? We are about to talk about
COVID-19.
the era of COVID. That is the title for this podcast, the era of COVID. Like, so much has happened in between now and then. And to be honest, babe, COVID was how many years ago?
It felt like a year and a half
ago. It felt
like
a year ago. But COVID was 3 years ago. It started in what? 2021.
No, 2020.
2020. That's crazy. So it started in March of 2020.
Dang.
And it's 2023. COVID was 3 years ago. That is insane in the membrane.
Like
it does not feel like it at all. COVID was 3 years ago. And so much has happened in the era of COVID. For the both of us, we weren't even together.
We weren't.
I was single as a Pringle. Broke, busted, and disgusted.
I won't broke now.
No, I won't. You gotta say I won't broke. Let me think. No, I don't think I was broke.
You probably was, just a little bit.
First of all, I always had I always kept a little change in my pocket. Even if it jingled, it still was some money. But anyway, I didn't have the money that folded. I had the money that jingled. No. But in that time frame, like I said, so much has happened. So many people have died. Thank God none of my close relatives died. But those of you that may be watching this video, some of your family members might have passed away. Yes. And had anybody in your family passed away from COVID?
Not close family, no.
Close family, no. Okay, so thank God none of our close family members passed away, but so many people died, on the news, so much was happening, and that was just a hectic time. So in the era of COVID, let me ask you this. What did you do? Because during this time frame, everybody had to quarantine. I can remember like it was yesterday. Everybody was just sitting in their homes, and like no restaurants was open. Yep. The rest, the what do you call it? The stores, the grocery stores were just like everything was empty. Toilet paper,
all the toilet paper was gone.
All of the Lysol, everything was just like, what is going on? So during that time frame, what did you do to keep yourself busy?
I think during that time frame, I was with my family. My sister and her kids came over. Like, we was just chilling, all quarantine. But simultaneously, I was waiting to hear from ODU at the time because I had just transferred. And I was trying to stay on campus. Oh. So I was really excited to stay on campus. So I was just like waiting to hear back. And I never got to stay on campus because of COVID-19. It was just too dangerous. Yeah.
See, during that time frame, so you, wait. You was in college during that time frame?
Yeah, I had just transferred from TCC I was going to ODU. So I was trying to stay on campus because I had been there for 2 years. And then I also had a trip planned to Spain. So random with my aunt. I did. And I was getting my tickets and everything. We was looking at Airbnbs and stuff. And then that's when COVID happened and we couldn't go.
That's insane, bro. Like, wait, you said, did y'all have y'all like plane tickets and stuff bought already or no?
I had just sent my money to the person who was going to buy the Airbnb. So literally, I want to say
So did you lose your money or did you get it back?
Good question. I want to say I got it back. I'm not sure.
You better know if you get your money back. Like, you know what the
Right.
Bible say, get your money, man. Shoot, anyway, I'm gonna give you my money
I
and you don't give my money
know.
back.
I think I got my money back. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure. What was you doing?
So during that time frame, what kept me busy during all of COVID, I'm not gonna lie, what kept me busy, I used to play my game a lot. During that time frame, I used to play my game. Let me see. I was 2020?
Mm-hmm.
I was 21. And during that time frame, as far as job was related, of course, my mom took over my father's FedEx business, and I would be on the FedEx truck with AJ. But I can't remember exactly. Was that during the time frame when she was about to sell the business? I know. I was doing Uber a lot.
Okay.
I was doing Uber. That's what it was. I was doing Uber a
I
lot.
didn't know you did Uber.
Yeah, I did Uber.
I thought you did DoorDash.
No, I did Uber. I would do Uber Foods, Uber Eats, and then I would do Uber Drive as well. And I would drive people around in my old Infinity truck.
Okay.
So I would drive people around, and I actually would make like in 1 week, I would make like $500 in 1 week, or like in one weekend, I would make like $500. So it wasn't a bad gig.
Okay.
Like I seen times like in the weekend, if I stayed around like the airport area, I would make at least.
I think you told me about that.
Yeah, I would make at least like $500 in one day, and the average amount that I would make per day would be like maybe like $250, maybe. So it was not bad. The only downside of it, the QX80 Infinity that was my father's that I had that I drove. That was my primary vehicle. That was a gas guzzler. So I was just the money I would make, it would go back into the gas because it was a gas guzzler. But like I said, during that time frame, I was doing a lot of Uber and playing my game. I would come home, play my game, and I would play GTA. That literally got me through.
GTA. I was gonna say, what game was you playing?
GTA literally got me through the pandemic.
I was playing Sims. I
still play Sims.
Yes, I love.
I tried playing it and it was trash. It was complete trash.
No, but he played it on the console. You got to play it on the computer.
GTA is better than me because I one thing about me, and I'm just getting off topic. I'm gonna say this: I love playing games that like simulate the real world, but allow you to do things that you could never do in the real. Well, I ain't gonna say never.
Just like seeing the strippers.
First of all, that's all people think that GTA is. Like I don't.
You just got strippers.
No, there's more to it than strippers. You actually can make money. You can steal stuff. You can go on
and
heists.
Go to the strip club.
But who wants to go? First of all, any real GTA player is not wasting their money at the strip club.
Oh, you could throw money in there?
No, they like it's a lot of things you could do in there, but not a lot. But it's only little boys do that kind of stuff. Like we're about our money in these streets. We ain't about these strippers. Anybody's about strippers. We're making our money. When me, AJ, and my cousin Tyler would play GTA together because you could play online with people, we would be going on heists. We would be stealing. Bro, we were the kingpins of that game. Like that jank was fun as I don't know what. And my bank account, I think I had like 50 million in my bank account. I had different exotic cars. I had a nice tail mansion. Like I was that guy. I was that guy in GTA. So that's
basically Sims, but you can rob and steal.
And connive.
Sims.
I was that guy in GTA. So during that time frame, right? That was so off topic. But like I said, during that time frame, I was literally just playing GTA and, doing Uber. So that's kind of what got me through. And then I was going through a breakup at that time as well. It didn't start off as a breakup, but I believe COVID-19 helped kind of like usher me and the person that I was with in that direction of, yes, time to break up because it was arguments every day. And we live like, what do you call it? Long distance. We live long distance. So with that being said, it was just a rough one. And
it was stressful too, I think, just the whole quarantine. I mean, it was fun being with family, but also just the stress of like, oh my God, am I going to get sick? I don't want to pass it on to nobody else.
Right.
That was always like on my mind.
Right.
So that was really stressful.
Right. So yeah, that was what I was doing during the era of COVID. Okay, let me ask you this. Did you find yourself gaining any weight during COVID?
Oh my God, yes. I gained so much weight during COVID, y'all. Actually, before COVID, me and my sister were training for, I think it was like
training for a triathlon?
A 5K, actually, because we was working out heavy. And we was training for a 5K. And then the COVID happened, and we stopped working out altogether. I gained like, I'm not even going to say how much weight I gained.
How much you gained, like 25 pounds?
I want to say like a good 15, 20 pounds.
Good! No, I was like...
15 in 2 years. 2-3 years, definitely 15 pounds.
Yeah, just being with you, I gained weight. And like, y'all listen.
He think he's so fat.
I've gained weight since being with her. If y'all saw when I first started this podcast and look at me now, you'll be like, bro.
But that's different because you were in the academy and you were working out and not eating. So burning all them calories.
Yeah, I got to get back to that. I got to get back to that, boy. I got to get back to that.
He wouldn't know.
But yeah, like I said, so let me ask you this: what has the pandemic taught you now?
Ooh.
What has the pandemic taught you now? I know what it taught me.
What do you think it taught you?
It taught me use that PTO. Shoot, use it. Use it. Don't let them abuse you at these jobs out here. Mm-hmm. Use it. Life is too short. Stop procrastinating. If you want to go out of town, if you want to go on a cruise, if you want to go wherever you want to go, do it. Save your money and do it. Mm-hmm. Stop worrying about, well, I'm gonna save my time because I don't know. No, you don't know when life is
where it's gonna take you.
Exactly. Use it.
Mm-hmm. I think definitely to cherish my family. Definitely.
Right. Well, I do that anyways. So you can't.
I mean, I do that as well, but even more. Don't do that.
I just
don't do that.
But yeah, that's what it has taught me. Just use that, and also, like I said, on a more serious note, just cherish life because that was a weird time.
It was so unpredictable. I think
it was
that was just crazy.
Right, and then it was like where did this come from?
Right.
Like, where did they say the pandemic? I mean, like the coronavirus
you know
came
what Trump
from?
Said?
What?
China.
Oh, it's China virus. That's right.
Yes.
But so let me ask you: did you ever catch COVID?
I did. I want to say I caught it twice.
Yeah, I caught COVID too. I caught it because my symptoms. So how I caught COVID? I was at work and I had just started. So that's crazy. That goes to show you how long the pandemic kind of lasted. Mm-hmm. It started in 2020, and I started working at the sheriff's department in 2021. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's only 1 year. That's only 1 year, but let's just talk about it. Mm-hmm. I started working at the sheriff's department in 2021. Mm-hmm. I was working there. I didn't catch COVID that entire time before I started working at the sheriff's department. Mm-hmm. I never forget. I was pulling this one guy out for his medical visit, and he didn't have a mask on, and neither did I. But the nurse was like, "Watch out, he has COVID." So I'm looking at her like, I almost got mad, but because you know how I get irritated quick. So I was like, "Bro," I was like, "Go back in there and get your mask." So he went back in there, got his mask. She did what she had to do with him, moved on. So a couple days later, I'll say like a week or two later, I started feeling, and I explained this I did make a video about my experience with COVID. But for those of you that didn't see, I'm gonna give you all a short version. I started feeling like cold. I would wake up in cold sweats and stuff, and I just knew something wasn't right. So I went to patient first, stayed there forever. They took so long to see me, and I was so irritated, but I did not want to leave because I knew something was wrong, and I'm not one to go to the hospital. So if I'm going to the hospital, I know something is up. Mm-hmm. So I went. They tested me, had COVID, quarantined for 15 days, 10 days, how long?
How long was it? Like, yeah, 15?
I think it was 10 days. And also it was the week of Christmas that I caught it. So Christmas that year was a disaster. Mm-hmm. I literally stayed in my room. I didn't see none of my family. It was a disaster. I was single. Bro, it was a disaster, bro. It was
by yourself.
I was by myself sick.
During the holidays,
it was a disaster. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I did end up catching COVID. Thank God I didn't catch like the hardcore version of COVID. However, I did catch it, and the Lord brought me through. Mm-hmm. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. But in the era of COVID, it was just.
I was crazy.
You was crazy. What
no,
were you doing?
That was crazy.
Oh, I thought you said I was crazy. I was like, what were you doing?
No.
She threw it up there and soft and stuck.
No, that was crazy.
But yeah, during the era of COVID, that was definitely an era that I could tell my grandkids about. We could tell our children about.
They're going to be like, bro, y'all old. I read that in the textbook.
Right. But you think they'll have something like that in the textbook?
Yes.
I doubt it.
Yes, when they redo the textbooks, however many years, that's definitely going to be in the textbook.
COVID in there. Yeah, because that was what they call it, a national disaster.
epidemic.
National epidemic, pandemic.
Oh no, pandemic is the right word.
What is epidemic? What does epidemic mean?
That's a smaller scale, I think, of a disease.
Well, yeah, that was a national pandemic, but that was crazy. Thank God, God brought us through that, and we are here to tell the story of our era.
Yes.
Of COVID. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a quick video for you all. Hope y'all enjoyed it. That's what, like I said, COVID was rough for a lot of us, and some people are still feeling the effects of COVID.
Definitely.
Because they lost loved ones, and some lost their jobs, whatever the case may be. Some people may be still feeling the effects. Yeah, financially, maybe still feeling the effects of COVID. And we're definitely praying for you all that are experiencing the effects of COVID. Thank God for a lot of us. The Lord brought us through unscathed. Is that a word, scathed?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. The Lord brought us through untouched.
Yes.
And we are eternally grateful to him for that. Because like I said, COVID was no joke. And that was definitely an era for a lot of us that was just kind of like a dark season. Not being able to go to your favorite restaurants. Not being able to go to the movies. Not being able to go to Disney World. They closed down Disney World.
Yeah.
That was insane in membrane.
Yeah.
They closed down Disney World, and that really did something to me.
Touched your heart.
Yeah, that touched me. But like I said, COVID was definitely an era, and we thank God that we are where we are now. COVID is still around. However, we are nowhere near where we were, so we do thank God for that. But that was just our little experiences, what we experienced during COVID-19 and where we are now here in 2023, and just moving forward and just being more health conscious about how easily germs can be passed on. Like just seeing how easily COVID was passed from person to person is like an indication and is indicative to the point that you have to be ever so careful. Like wash your dirty hands.
Yes.
But
I will say it made masks be more acceptable.
Yeah, that's right.
So when you're sick, you don't look weird for wearing a mask or the airport. I definitely still wear a mask in the airport. Yeah. So that it made it more acceptable for sure.
Right. And when I would see people like wearing masks, like even like before the pandemic, it was like
I'd be like, bro, what you got?
All right, you would think they had some type of like foreign disease or something. But now it's something how time brings about a change. And like time is filled with swift transition to see how different things can come into effect and make what wasn't normal. Yeah. And it's just insane. Like even with Walmart, how Walmart is no longer 24 hours. Now it closes at 11. Like different things.
Inconvenience.
It's so many things that the pandemic brought that changed us forever. You know, and some of us, a lot of you all not only lost loved ones, but lost relationships because of y'all was trapped in the house with you. Not even say trapped, but you all was relegated to the house and realized I really don't like this person. Right. You know, we were so busy going on, but I really don't like this person. And you know, the pandemic caused people to separate.
And I will say, working from home, don't nobody want to go
to work. We were just talking about that today.
Nobody want to be at work, and I don't blame y'all because I don't want to be at work either.
Neither do I. But
nobody want to go to work.
We were just on the road today, and I was telling her it was a time back in the day when in the early 2000s, late 90s or the 2000s, where during a certain time of the day, like 10 o'clock, the roads were empty. You didn't see no kids. You only saw old people. And they were running their little errands. Now, everybody and their mama is in Target. It's like, who's at work? Who's like, come on now. Where's y'all job? Who's in the grocery store?
Right.
Like, nobody wants to go to work now, and everybody's trying to find a way to work from home. And it's out there now.
Right.
People have found out that there are better ways than just coming to work.
Yes.
I can do my job at home,
Yes.
and I don't have to see y'all. And that's kind of like the good side of the pandemic, depending on how you want to look at it. But we found a way, and that's one thing about humans. Humans know how to, God put it in our minds to know how to operate and to adapt to certain situations. You know, if it's too cold, we found out a way how to adapt to it. If it's, you know, whatever the case may be, we found a way to counteract whatever's actually happening.
Yes.
And that's one thing I love about, you know, the human society.
The human experience.
The human race. That's one thing I love about the human race. You know, we know how to, you know, and that's the way God designed it. And it's amazing to me how we know how to adapt to certain situations. Even in our churches, we learn how to adapt to it and how to do more things virtually. You know, and this pandemic also caused a lot of churches to invest in their audio and visual because a lot of churches now a lot of churches did have audio and visual technology, but a
But
lot
not
of
like
churches
now.
didn't, and it caused them to be forced to come up with better ways to give their tithes and offering for the members to give their tithes and offerings and things like that. So the pandemic did bring good things, even though we've lost some stuff. It was kind of the give and the take. We
Yeah.
lost some things, but we gained some things. So in all of
agree.
that, we can, like David said, we can be grateful in every situation. We can give thanks to God, even though we've lost. God still replenished and gave us certain things. And even if you feel like God didn't give you anything, even though you lost, you can at least be grateful for your life and say, okay, God, I might not have gained anything, and I might have lost more than what I've gained during the era of COVID, but I can say you've kept me. I may not have all of what I wanted, but I was able to meet my immediate needs.
Yes.
And at the end of that, I still have my life. So if you still have your life, you still have the possibility of doing great things if you still have your life.
Yep.
So in all of that, we are grateful. And like I said, we were supposed to end this video a couple minutes ago, but we got carried away.
Got carried away.
But that was what we experienced in a short fuse of what during the era of COVID. I hope you all enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. And as I always say, stay tuned, stay lit, stay live. That all the Tribe of Adam has to offer. And I hope y'all enjoy these videos. Make sure you like, share, and the biggest thing, subscribe to the channel so that you can be aware of everything that we have to offer. And I enjoy making this video.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.